Eye the Storm, what a name.
Eye the Storm, that's a ripper. Stallion name.
It is a stallion name. Let's rewind back to the classic sale. What was it about this guy that really caught your eye?
Well, Mick and I do Magic Millions together, but classic sale, it's a busy time down in Melbourne. Mick did the entire catalogue and I flew up to see his shortlist. And Mick doesn't like singling out one horse, he hates that concept, but I said, was there anything that took your eye today? And he said, there's one horse I don't want to leave without, and that's a Tarzino half to Public Attention. Public Attention being our very good colt at the time, and ended up winning the Eskimo Prince first up. He was going very well and we loved the horse. He ran in a Caulfield Guineas in the spring, and so I was keen to get up there and see him, and Mick took me around to him, and yeah, he just came out of the box full of presence and purpose, great walker, and I must admit the heart just went a little bit faster at that moment I saw him. I just thought, got a really good feeling off him. He had a great pair of hocks, he really used himself well, masculine, great colour. Didn't let the vendor feel my excitement, just played it cool though. And so I was very excited by him. Spoke to Ben at the races, and obviously on the back of Willie Do It doing so well, very interested in Tarzino, a stallion Mick Price trained before my time to win a derby. So it all just fell together. Forget the pedigree, forget the half relation. We just love the horse as an athlete. And that's the first thing. We won't just buy a horse for the sake of because we train the brother. That's not us. It's not Mick. He doesn't get like that. But he just loved the horse. So yeah, and he vetted out super clean. So that was my first impressions. They were very good.
And it's interesting you say that, because while Public Attention was awesome, like winning a stakes race now in Hong Kong, they do kind of profile as sort of quite different horses, don't they?
Well, they do, naturally. Public Attention is by Written Tycoon. He was a real sprinter. And the Tarzan, or Eye of the Storm, just been named today. Eye of the Storm, great name, is obviously by Tarzino. So they profile as different horses, but Mick Price will tell you that, and he trained Tarzino, he really believes you need to put Tarzino over a fast mare. So Legramore, she's already thrown a group winning sprinter. Second them is Caddy Lee, champion New Zealand sprinter miler. So there's pace on the dam side, so it really crosses well with Tarzino. We trained Jungle Magnate to win the Derby by Tarzino, and he was out of a fast mare. So that's what we really believe in. So he's got that right, Nick, and we have since done a speed gene test, and he has come back as a horse that profiles as a mile type. So that doesn't mean he can't get longer, but it means he's got a bit of speed about him, which is good.
And so where has he came to now since the sale? He's been in work for a preparation?
Yeah, so since the sale, we gave him a little bit of a break. Him and then a breaking in preparation, lasts about 5 to 6 weeks. He was tipped out again to the paddock to allow him to grow some more. He then hopped back into training, did some pre-training up at Leneva Park, and he's been here in the stable now for about 2.5 weeks. His first introductory prep in here is just getting used to everything out here and us getting used to him. So he's learning about the tracks. We put him all different surfaces, the sand, the poly track. He sees the tunnels, the lights, the busyness of a morning here at Cranbourne, and we get to know the horse, Is he early? Is he quirky? Is he hot? Is he cool-tempered? What are his knees? Are the knees open or closed? Can we push him much now or not? So we've got all that information in. What I can tell you is he's grown really well, grown the right way. He's still open the knee, but he's got a cool temperament. He's got a lovely action at the gallop. We've got no idea if he's fast or not yet. We just simply can't tell that. If anyone's saying that they just don't know at this point, it's only August 1, they've just turned 2. But ticking a lot of boxes. He's clean the wind, got a good action, he's sound, he's grown into a nice horse. And as of Monday, he'll go back out for a break. So while the horse is in training, he's putting all of his energy into working each morning and burning fuel that way. So when we put him into a paddock for 6 weeks, he'll put his energy into growing and furnishing and filling out. So he'll go out 6 weeks, let him be a horse, take his shoes off, big paddock with some mates, and he'll come back in bigger and stronger. And if he's anything like his brother, I can't tell you, his brother was like narrow, plain, and just morphed into this 16 one-handed beast. Like I've never seen anything like it. So if he's got that same gene, he should really just keep improving and changing. But he's already a lovely horse, and yeah, he's not going to be a pre-Christmas 2-year-old, but if he's doing something at 2 in the back end, and then we're really fighting about his 3-year-old career.
And is that where you really see him starting to get to the races? If we're trying to estimate, forecast this far out, when he might start to get to the track, it's a late 2-year-old going into his 3-year-old season?
Yeah, exactly. Like as trainers with label horses, like there's Derby horses, there's Guineas horses, well, he might be a Guineas horse. That's sort of, he's by Tarzan, but he's got a lovely sprinter mile a dam line. So if he could be, racing over 1,400 or a mile to 2-year-old in the autumn, and then we're getting out to a mile and maybe beyond as a spring and autumn 3-year-old.
He did a bit of work this morning. We were lucky enough to see him start to get up into a gallop. Track work rider happy?
Yes. Eye of the Storm was ridden by Sammy Young this morning. She was delighted with him. She's a very good rider. Rides a lot of our good colts, and she's a good judge. She really liked him. So he just worked with a Wild Ruler colt this morning. They worked off from the 600 metre mark at even time, and they just gave him a bit of rein in the straight, and he just extended nicely without being asked too much. Just baby steps at the moment, but he lengthened nicely. He's been well educated. He's a lovely horse. So she was wrapped with him. He pulled up well. So look, early days, but he's ticking all the boxes at this stage.
Now you're an owner. You go onto the My Racehorse website and you see there's about 10 horses available to buy. Why are you picking Eye of the Storm over everything else?
Well, so if you're an owner and you're logging on to the My Racehorse website and you see 10 options, you're definitely buying one, Eye of the Storm. He is going to be a 2-year-old that trains on at 3 and 4. He's trained by some ripping blokes named Michael Kent Jnr. And he's a good-looking horse that we didn't pay too much. Actually, funny enough, his public attention won a Group 3 the day before the sale, so it probably didn't help us. But I thought we got him at a good price. I mean, he was the talk of the sale. And I think everyone thought he might make more money than he did, and they kind of got a bit scared. So I thought for what we paid for him, he was great buying. I think he's, look, you're buying a yearling, it can be a little bit of a lottery, but if you're buying him at this point, well, we're 6 months further down the track. We know so much more about him. He's got a great action, he's sound, his throat's good. He's a good temperament horse. From what I've seen here, I'd really recommend him.